Did anyone else hear Tiff just all of a sudden say that Ryan came in hot for her? Or was that, or am I the only one? Am I the only one? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Knife Hands. I completely forgot I was going to get a whip sound effect for that, but welcome to Knife Hands, everybody. Here on Vets Talking. We definitely, I always listen to Dan Bongino, and he always says every single episode, this is going to be a big show. This is going to be a loaded show. This is actually a very fucking loaded show. We've got a lot of topics to cover tonight. I really doubt we're going to get it all in, but holy fuck, the world is burning right now, and we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about, and we're going to start with the man who's wants the world to burn, the devil himself, Mr. Beelzebub. Devil made me do it. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Yep, it's me. Devil made me do it. And Alec3 on the Twitter. Check out. Why are you laughing already? Shit.
Me.
Jesus, man. Did you take a Xanax?
Check me out on Beelzebub. Get ranked every Sunday. And the new show at 12 a.m. here in a little bit. Beelzebub with Kenzo, Paul Hadouken, Ryan Reaper, and Green Hair is going to be our first guest.
Hadouken. Yeah, I don't know why anyone's expecting anything different. He comes in with the exact same energy with his intro every single time. There's nothing different.
No, it's like a fucking meme. It's just the same thing every time. I'm Devil made me do it. Now look 3 on Twitter.
When I met him at Vegas, the meet hip, I'm like, you got to introduce yourself the same way to every single one of these FNT guys that you do on. Hi, I'm Devil made me do it. Now 3 on the Twitters. Oh, thanks for being here, buddy. Shellback Navy veteran. Ooh, raw.
Let's get it in. Let's get it all in. Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
That's what she said.
Yep.
See, that was a great joke, too. You were talking about getting it all in, and I was like, speaking of getting it all in, you could have introduced Tiff right there.
Yeah, speaking of getting it all in, right next to you is green-haired anti-liberal Marine Corps. Oorah. We call her gal.
How's everybody doing? Good to be here. Thanks.
Air Force retiree. Old man Mike is back, everybody. Completely incapable of figuring out technology and getting his camera on, but that's okay. We'll just look at his picture of him holding his giant cigar.
Well, I wanted to figure out how to replace that, but I thought, you know what, best leave well enough alone. Got nothing clever to introduce myself other than I am the old guy, and I've spent a lot of years gaining a lot of opinions, so hopefully I can share some tonight.
I appreciate it, man. You definitely have a lot of good input. I'm looking forward to talking about some of this shit with you because I know you have the perfect ability to rant like I do, especially when you're drinking. Which, speaking of which, I have to get a drink, and I completely forgot. I don't have a shot glass ready. Complete failure on me.
I got to compliment you on that decanter. I saw that picture of it. That is huge.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's bigger than average, but it is.
No, not the decanter itself, but the emblem on it.
It's pretty.
It's very cool.
It's pretty. 173rd Airborne.
You're
You're average.
Your face is average.
Your face is average, Shellback. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and take over and then read some chats, and I'm going to be right back.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're going to say hi to the chat here. We got DJ says, how do they decide who is a danger if they are a vote supporter? And isn't this against the law? Oh, no, it's a great question. DJ also said
that stops the government.
That's a great point. That really is a good point. DJ also says as many times as I had to go to the new movie, I'm told it's not reachable. Thanks, Google. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Me either.
So,
Which movie?
We got Sheila in the chat. Sheila Alien says a police state that can't do shit about the flood of illegal immigrants. Me thinks not. Also, she says this shit is not all under control. Yeah, of course it's
it
not.
is for their agenda, for what they really want. It is exactly under control how they want it.
She also says maybe for U.S. citizens, but just get a tan and call yourself Jose and lose all your documents, and they won't bother you anywhere.
I was born in East LA, man.
That's right, dude. Any single one of us could just cross the border down there in Mexico and get better treatment than we do at the VA.
Yeah. My name is Pablo, and I come from the South America. GR says, good evening. What is going on, GR? And, of course, we got Blue Core Devil for $20 says, cheers.
Hell yeah. And I am primed and ready to go, so let's get it on.
It has begun.
Yay.
That time, all the members at let's see those shots emojis, everybody. Cheers. Thank you, Blue Cord.
You know, you said let's get it on. That should be like another clip for you to get. Is remember the referee from Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh wait, what? Oh yeah. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. I'm working on their new videos.
Let's get on.
I had the video game for that. I had the Celebrity Deathmatch video game. I fucking loved it. I think it's on PlayStation. So much fun.
Only problem is they only had like what 6 or 7 fighters. Needed to get more.
I didn't care.
What platform was that on?
I
It
think
was
it was
like
on
on
PlayStation.
PlayStation 2, I think.
Regular PlayStation or 2?
No, PS2. Yeah, I think I had it when I was stationed in Italy, which would have been PS2. We'll keep on moving on. Yeah, there we go.
Bubba MF4, I'm thinking that means motherfucker, says, hey, y'all, Semper Supra.
Dude, okay, I don't remember if you remind us. What does Semper Super mean again? It's an Air Force thing, if I'm not mistaken. Mike, do you know what Semper Super means?
No.
It's like always from above, or
Yes. I think that's
something
what it is.
like that. Yeah,
Always
like,
above.
it's an air power thing.
It sounds
Look,
like some
all I know
foreign
is
car.
that Ramstein, an aerial port of
That's because the
Ramstein.
Supra is a car.
I'm just
like
surprised
a
Al
Uber
knows that one
Toyota
because I figured hers would be always from below. So
Oh.
Mike, what were you saying about Rammstein?
I just saw Ramstein aerial port got like condemned or whatever for too much drinking.
Oh,
And I went,
saw. Go ahead.
I know. I thought, really? Too much drinking? Why would you go to work in the Air Force if you couldn't be drinking?
Well, probably what it was is there was probably a Navy squadron there for like a quick minute, and they were trying to keep up with the freaking sailors and drinking, and yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
in just a little tidbit on that one, a recent Air Force officer, a reserve officer no less, was charged with some dopey, like he gave a speech in uniform, but on his own time, not associated with the reserves, talking about the woke bullshit and all that. And who reported him? But a Navy officer. So I'm a little upset with the Navy right now. I just read it today that this guy's being reprimanded because he gave a speech talking about woke shit, influencing
was he
in
talking
the military.
He's talking about anti-woke.
Yeah, he's
okay.
talking against it. And a Navy officer reported him because it went against, I guess, the current. But it was a Navy guy that did it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, the Navy, the Navy's got those fucking trans representatives and all kinds of shit now. Yeah, that's just the Navy. I mean, the Navy is owning up to what the joke has been for the entire time.
And there's an Army guy too. At least I think they all got one.
I think that Army one was not real.
No, the Army one was real. Yeah, that was some sort of a major working in. I tried doing some legit research on this. I could not find any information on that person at all. I was actually this damn close to calling whatever the fucking human resources office is for them, and legitimately saying I am a. I don't know, I would call like journalist or something like that. I legitimately am. I have this channel. We talk about the news. And I was going to request information. I decided I just don't want to do it, man.
It probably would have taken them forever to get back to you, to be honest.
I think it also would have stirred up a fucking hornet's nest. You know, if they probably would have asked for what the channel is and all that, and I probably would have had all fucking DOD's eyes on me. So I opted not to. But Bubba motherfucking Ford says it's always above. Always above.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah, so.
I'm sure you were.
Always, you know, hey, someone's got to be a top, someone's got to be a bottom. Shellback's a bottom.
I told you that we weren't going to talk about this in front of the kids. Okay.
In front of the kid.
Is that what you call it?
Don't talk to devil that way. Jeez.
Okay. All right. I got the first sergeant wants to hop in here. Says he's not getting the link. So go ahead.
All right, real quick. Mark Schuler says, "Make love, not war. Let's get it on." Was the '70s vibe? Lionel Richie, disco art of making love. Let's get it on.
What the fuck? Is that the Bee Gees? Was that the Bee Gees?
No, that's part. After he sings, "Let's get it on," and he's like, "Oh,
that was pretty good, Shellback.
Somebody.
Welcome to another episode of Vets Talking Karaoke.
Listen to some fucking music, for crying out loud.
I'll admit this, man.
Tonight.
Oh, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small.
You happy with that?
That's not that kind of music I was talking about.
Okay.
That's better. That was better.
Okay.
Is it because they were talking about you?
If we no,
maybe
that's Tiff's theme song.
He said maybe, and I just deflected.
Mark Schuler says, "I'm 68 years old." Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Well, God bless you there, sir.
Got you beat by a few more than that, buddy.
There you go. Mike swinging in, dropping the D down. All right, Mike, just keep it rolled, your dick rolled up for a little bit, man. Come on. It would be embarrassing everybody on the show.
It would take an air pump to unroll it, so don't get me started.
Jesus. All right. So, well, Adam's over there playing with his own dick.
That's where his notes are written. That's why he's so quiet. They're too small to read, and he's not wearing glasses.
Real quick, I see Mark Griffith. He's about ready to drop a check because I'm on the main page here. Mark Griffith says, "I've got a business proposition for my fellow veterans. Let's us purchase Mar-a-Lago for $18 million. We can sell it the same day for $500 million. Now that's profit. That's yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
yep.
I'm all for that."
Yep, because we know that was it the fucking attorney general in New York or some shit. Apparently, no understand property values.
It was the judge. It was the judge in the case that valued it at $18 million.
Yeah, which is less expensive than like all the properties surrounding Mar-a-Lago, which is like 1 acre and 3-bedroom homes for like fucking $20 million.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, less than an acre. And Mar-a-Lago's on what, 16 acres, 17 acres?
Yeah, something like that. Like so many rooms, fucking beachside fucking property view. I mean, just everything you can imagine that just gives it massive, massive fucking value. And he claims $18 million. Okay.
Isn't it at a golf course too?
Oh yes, it is.
It's a whole entire resort.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no fucking way it's $18 million. There's no
way.
Dude,
if you fucking move that entire property to fucking bumfuck central Missouri, that property would still be worth way more than $18 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the property value in Florida has gone way up because of all the losers from COVID that are moving there. Right. So the property value there is probably just as high as where I moved to in Colorado, like because it's just the mass migration.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get on with this first topic. Speaking of Donald Trump, this is the main topic that we got here. Now, here's a breakdown that I got from Dan Bongino today, who was talking about this. Now, this dropped in Newsweek. Now, the claim here is that people think that this was a leak, that somebody leaked this information coming from the FBI. Dan asked a question immediately. Why would somebody who is apparently, the image is that they're sending this to try to help us Trump supporters to give us a heads up on what's happening? If you were doing that, then why not drop it to Newsmax, OAN, or even at a lesser extent, Fox News? No, this person apparently just dropped it to Newsweek. I'm going to break down what's in the meat and potatoes of this article. So like I said, exclusive, Donald Trump followers targeted by FBI as 2024 election nears. The federal government believes that the threat of violence and major civil disturbances around the 2024 U.S. election is so great that it has quietly created a new category of extremists that it sees to track and counter Donald Trump army of MAGA followers. The challenge for the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the primary federal agency charged with law enforcement, well, no fucking shit, is to pursue and prevent that what it calls domestic terrorism without direct reference to political parties or affiliations. Even though the vast majority of its current, quote-unquote, anti-government investigations are of Trump supporters. That's some honesty right there, according to classified data obtained by Newsweek. Here's a quote. The FBI is in an almost impossible position, says a current FBI official who requested anonymity to discuss highly sensitive internal matters. The official said that the FBI intent on stopping domestic terrorism and any repeat of the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol. But the Bureau must also preserve the constitutional right of all Americans to campaign, speak freely, and protest the government. By focusing on former President Trump and his MAGA supporters, the official said, the Bureau runs the risk of provoking the very anti-government activists that the terrorism agency hopes to counter. Again, there's a no fucking bullshit. Here's the thing. Is this actually somebody who's trying to give a shout out to us to let us know this is happening? No. Really, Dad, this is a warning. This is a straight up warning. This is intentional by the FBI to put this out there to scare us.
Yep.
They want us to believe we're being targeted. They want us to believe that we can be thrown in jail for years at a time simply for standing by the Capitol on January 6th with a fucking bullhorn. This is a scare tactic. That's what this is.
Oh, yeah.
But this is police state. I'm gonna go into some other shit today that we are in a fucking police state, 100%. What do you guys think?
And if you push it, they'll arrest you, so you won't be around to vote for who you want to vote for.
Well, there was even but a couple of weeks ago, there was a journalist that was actually got arrested by the Department of Justice and charged for free speech, like not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the InfoWars guy.
And I think everybody here, like, it doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, what your political leanings or anything like that. Like, in this country, there's freedom of speech. You may not like it, but that's the way it works, And I'm a firm believer that if I want to say that the moon is made of cheese, then I can say that, and then everybody else is going, that guy's like, seriously, like, come on, like, And so yeah, this is nonsense. And of course, obviously, the news just they gotta get their cash. I think that mainstream news just nothing but fear mongers nowadays. They make money from making everybody afraid of each other, and that's the way it is. I feel like the actual news stories get lost in all of this, basically a cash grab.
I absolutely agree with you that they're doing this for money, but at the same time, though, we even talked about this earlier, that there's the divide and conquer and all the other tactics that they're doing to try to scare us and to try to keep us from doing things, or to even try to scare us into doing other things, which I believe is they want someone in our organization, in our political side of the aisle, to cause violence, and then they can blame every one of us for that. And I think this right here, this is a tactic for one. It very well could be to like Newsweek was even saying here. It will rile up the anti-government rhetoric, but it can also have the effect of scaring people into submission.
Well, it does both. There are those, we'll just use this example of the people that are sitting here right now, who just look at this and go, middle finger to you, buddy. But most of the people that just go day to day and hear a story like that just assume that they're being protected. And then there are the others who would like maybe to speak, but won't because they're worried or scared to do that. So it does have its effect. It's not a total effect, but it's enough. It's just like disinformation. All you have to have is disinformation. Whether some of it's true or none of it's true, it always just confuses everybody. So it never has the effect of uniting people. It always has the effect of dividing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I called 911 and said, I was beating Mr. Johnson, and they sent the cops out here. And when they found out who Mr. Johnson was, they just left. They weren't interested.
Tiff, you have any input?
I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. I feel like it's a scare tactic to push people into action. Mm-hmm. I do also think that there's another side of it for the people that won't do anything and will be scared into submission. So, I mean, it's really just me repeating exactly what you already said. Yeah.
Well, they win either way.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it hits on a lot of different things because it's not just the warning. It's not just. I'm sorry, my mic's kind of weird here now. It's not just the warning. It's not just that they're hoping people will do something. It's also that they're. I'm trying to think how I should word this. They want to get it in the people's heads, the zeitgeist, kind of like, Trump supporters are going to hurt you. They want to try to turn their own side to start fearing because they've been losing their own side. You have people who are on the liberal side of things who are like, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I can't do it again. And they might not show up to the polls. So also they're trying to stoke fear in them again of, oh God, he could get in office and look with all the racists who follow him and stuff. So it's also, they're trying to kind of stoke that fire again, that MAGA people are the evil ones you have to be careful for.
Well, and I think it's also scaring them away from voting for Trump because they don't want to vote for Biden and they're remembering, hey, life wasn't so bad not that long ago. What was the difference? So they don't want to vote for Biden. And some of them are just like, I want Trump back because life was actually decent. Yep. So it's something where it's like, I don't want to be on a list because I voted for Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee. I mean, that actually really does make a lot of sense as a tactic as well. Yeah, if they find out, if they might do the thing, hold their nose and pull the handle down for whoever ends up being the worst of the best of two evils, then that you're right. That could be a scare tactic to get people afraid that they could be exposed as a Trump voter. You're 100% right. Yeah. And also all the other tactics. I mean, here's the thing. I've talked about this before, that as far as PSYOP goes, there's always multiple levels and multiple different objectives to any single PSYOP mission. Same thing like with military intelligence or intel gathering. You always have primary intel that you want to gather, but there's always secondary. So if you're in the woods, if you happen to see footprints or a camp by that could be something that as a secondary objective to be looking out for. And so same thing here. They have a primary objective of something they want to do, and then there's all these secondaries as well that can always affect their PSYOP objective. And speaking of somebody who might understand what I'm fucking talking about, because he spent his entire fucking life in the military, the designated driver here. Is your mic on? Can we hear you this time?
I don't know. Can you hear me this time?
Yay! We can hear you. Woo-hoo. Yeah, wait, wrong one.
I don't know, Sharif.
Like an old dogs do have New tricks.
Did you run out of notepad paper?
No.
Charades was fun.
I am totally prepared.
Totes.
Oh God! Don't ever say that again.
I know.
I know that was horrendous.
That was terrible.
You're like, Jesus, guys, totes okay.
What,
Jesus, like,
did somebody say
Totes
moist?
my goats.
No, he said totes like a freaking 12-year-old valley girl.
Oh.
Totes my goats.
Oh, that was what I was trying to think of. I forgot about the goats part. Oh.
You grew up in the valley, didn't you? You did that really well.
I made fun of it a lot.
Yeah.
The first several girls that Tiff beat up were all Valley girls. So.
Think what you
Well,
want.
there, first on, I don't know how much you were paying attention to the conversation we were talking about, but what is your input on this article that Newsweek put out? Do you think it's a scare tactic? Do you think it's intentional by the FBI to try to scare us? What do you think?
It's not too hard to scare the public, you know. They just want to live their lives without any interruption in their ethereal world, and just about anything will scare them if, you know, presented correctly.
Absolutely.
Well, what would you call that? Scared or just reinforcement to what they already think?
I just call it stupid.
Well, that's an
Stupidity.
easy term, but
Yeah, well, you call it what it is.
yeah, I just, a lot of the people that I talk to, like whenever they voice their opinions, they're always expressing the same opinions. They haven't like suddenly said, this goes back to a conversation Adam and I had like some years back about how I was so convinced that it couldn't be the way it was. And he was alerting me way back that like things are not the way you see it, but because I've grown older believing in all the values that I had, I was less inclined to listen to him, but keeping my ears open, my eyes open or whatever, and like taking his input into consideration, I started to realize, things really are changing, but I don't think people are really listening. They just look for reinforcements to the opinions they have. And until somehow there's an input that gives them the encouragement to look outside of it, or just the reason to look outside, I don't think they're seeing or hearing anything different than what they already believe. This just goes along with their opinions.
Well,
I think the word you're looking for is giving them the authority.
yeah. And here's the thing is that, so going on those conversations that we had back in the day, I mean, you're giving me credit, but the truth is Alex Jones was right. At that time, I was very big into Alex Jones. I kind of got off of that until recently when he got proven right about fucking everything. But yeah, Alex Jones was right the entire time. And the thing is that I remember using this comparison when I was trying to convince you of this kind of stuff, that using the Matrix example. I've said this on the channel a few times now, that people live in the Matrix. And people, especially if you're older, this matrix in your head is what the reality is, and to be told that this reality is not real, the freedom you think that you have, that the government really is looking out for your best interest, and the government is not trying to put us into some sort of a police state. That's a belief that gets locked into people's heads, especially if they're older, and to break out of that is really fucking difficult. I think if it weren't for my persistent fucking annoying attitude and trying to get you to break out of this, you probably never would have, would be my guess.
Well, the only word I recognized was annoying.
Yeah.
The rest of it here.
Well, that's the attitude when I was trying to talk to him about this shit at the fucking bar. You could see his eyes just rolling way back in the fucking back of his head. Like, oh my god, I don't
Part of that was
believe you.
vacuum. Part of that was vacuum driven. Once they start to roll, they're gone.
Well, in all honesty, look, I completely understand, right? So where I come from, a lot of my family, this is not their cup of tea, right? I got hardworking family members. They don't have time for some of this stuff. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, right? But they can read the writing on the wall. They can go to the gas station and see that gas is over $4 a gallon in some places. They can go to the grocery store, and what used to cost you $60 is now costing you like $115, right? So it's something that everybody's starting to see in their everyday lives. And the thing is that the media they get paid regardless of what they put out there. They're not always going to tell you the truth. What they're going to do is they're much like many of the politicians. I don't like politicians. I don't think anybody here does, right? And I think that's one of the reasons that in 2016 that Donald Trump won is because he wasn't a politician. He came in like a bull in a china shop, and he just kicked everybody's ass out of the way. You had people on both sides going, what it was with this guy, right? And everybody in America is like laughing. With the majority of Americans laughing their ass off because they're like, this is like watching the circus. This one guy is flipping everybody out. And so ultimately, I think that's why he ended up winning. But now we're in kind of a different. We're at the opposite end of the spectrum. We're still in the circus. Gas is through the roof. Food's through the roof. Rent or mortgages are through the roof. The lowest you can get for like maybe a home loan is like 7% right now. It's nuts. Yep. And quite frankly, I don't care who you support, because I think anybody who the majority of the people who sit in Washington are all full of shit, and they're all there to line their own pockets. The thing is that I'm for the everyday person who just wants to live their life, try to raise their kids, try to have some semblance of normalcy. And right now it's hard to have any kind of normalcy because of the state that our country is in, this us versus them mentality. And the first thing the media does is always try to get people riled up because it shoots their ratings through the roof.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan, so the very use of the word media is the exact problem. It's Pravda. It's not like the unbiased expressing of the news with a balanced. It's that Pravda is one-sided. It is totally against anything conservative whatsoever. Well, Trump doesn't stand a chance because they will never give him that opportunity again. He was the clown in their mind in the beginning, and it backfired on him because they reported it and they thought that was going to be the reason everybody thought he's a clown. But no, regular people went, holy shit, this is our last chance. And now the media is trying to squash that fire, like the Tea Party. They're trying to squash that to keep people from like getting excited and thinking that maybe there is a chance to save America again.
Yeah. I think the normal the working everyday people are honestly just tired of the bureaucratic bullshit. I think they're tired of anybody and everybody who sweeps in and says, "Oh, my side's going to do this for you." My side, and the whole
this
for the people thing.
This is probably the next topic Adam's going to talk about. Matt Gaetz.
No, actually, I didn't feel like talking about fucking Matt Gaetz.
Well, okay.
Why? What's going on with that? I haven't been following stuff.
You didn't see the McCarthy stuff?
I kind of saw it. I didn't get a chance to. So what? He got freaking taken down.
It's the first time. It's the first time ever in history that the Speaker of the House has been voted ousted.
Yeah.
Okay.
They took one Mick out of the office of that position. They're trying to put another Mick in there.
Which one?
That's
Jim
not
Jordan or fucking Scalise?
But that's not my point. My point is that people that are listening to the news right now see that as maybe a flicker of hope that this could maybe be turned around. It's just a chance that somehow Trump managed to put a wedge in there, and Matt Gaetz, for whatever reasons, I'm not arguing or trying to discuss what Matt Gaetz' reasons are, but they threw the Speaker of the House out, and maybe there's a chance that Americans look at this and go, maybe we have a chance. Maybe this can turn around. Maybe the uncontrolled spending, all this out of control shit, no matter what the press reports. I just don't know if it can actually go somewhere.
Well, at the very least, I think we can finally start cutting off some of that fucking Ukraine money.
Right. I mean, that's basically why McCarthy got booted,
Yeah.
because
And
he's
the whole
trying to
reason it
deal
was
under the
there
table for
is
that.
become a Biden thing. It's
Yeah.
all because of Biden. They're all trying to protect his whole thing. Plus
Their whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Biden has no clue what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, no, I call him
that-
President Houseplant.
That dude is in a permanent Thorazine shuffle.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, and man, I caught a lot of crap when I said this too when he was elected. I was like, dude, electing this man to the presidency, in my opinion, was elder abuse. Like, because you could
absolutely.
see, you could see then his decline state. I was like, he should be at home being taken care of by an at-home nurse with family, and just leave the man alone. Like, but
Yep.
Wow.
but no, I got jumped on Facebook by people who are, supposedly friends for that, like, oh, he's going to be a great president. And I'm like, okay, look, I'm just calling it unbiased here. I was just trying to voice some genuine concern for a
He
human
just has
being
a
that looks like
stutter.
crap.
Well,
Yeah.
you did see Nancy Pelosi was kicked out of her office, the sub office in the building.
That's
So I saw
hilarious.
something
But
briefly. I didn't know what it was.
Another
also-
reason that McCarthy was useless.
Well, after the wheelchair bound woman for the last 2 months passed away.
Oh yeah,
Really?
right after they were saying
voted.
she was still
She voted.
capable of voting. Yes,
she voted the
Oh.
day before she died.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
go look at the congressional reports on what she voted on. That's what you need to question.
I just
Uh-huh.
love that she had power of attorney given to her son or daughter or whatever, but she somehow
daughter.
is able to vote on government issues.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're not able to deal with your own shit, why the fuck are you able to deal with the government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why aren't we
Fucking-
focusing on that stuff instead of all this rinky dinky bullshit?
Mhm. Again, elder abuse. Like that woman
Oh,
was
I
in
don't
a coherent mind to be able to vote accordingly.
I
Right.
mean,
Same
that's
thing with fucking Ruth Bader
Why is-
Ginsburg. That
why
was
is
nothing
Same
but
thing.
a corpse. That was a corpse for years.
Same thing.
Why
It's
is
just
the left
disgusting.
jumping all over that?
'Cause they
Elder
don't
abuse.
care.
That
'Cause they
fits their
don't care.
category.
Oh no, they
right?
don't care because they suffer from the same garbage as both sides. It's they want their money, they want their power, and it's whoever, I think every once in a while we get a decent one that comes in there like legitimately wants to make a difference, and they get strong armed by the other weirdos. I mean, so it's just I think it's just political theater at this point.
You say elder abuse though, but I have no sympathy.
All this talk
I
about
have
elder
sympathy for the fact that they're human beings.
Shellback's
you
just
make-
sensitive because he's getting up there in age.
I was saying
and-
Mike's
No.
about to
Shellback's just upset because he has somebody that comes in his room and spits in his face every single day. And nobody's calling that elder abuse.
They were somebody's children at one time.
This is true.
Yeah, and look, I get it. I get the state we're in, but you know what? If we can't have sympathy for a simple human being, I think our thought process is just as broken as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Hail to you. Bring back common sense all the way down under. But
I
Australia
know, I
doesn't
love that
exist.
name, but
But Australia doesn't exist, though. So we know
it's a fake place,
It's a
fictional
fake
land.
place. It's fictional. Yes.
Hey, I just met some guys from Adam. You know this. We just met 3 guys from Australia. I
Yeah.
think they knew more about this country than most Americans.
Dude, they were so
bet Adam
awesome.
met
They
some
were
guys.
so fucking based.
Yeah,
I mean, they
yeah.
were fucking Aussie as could be, but man, they love Trump. They know how fucking decrepit Biden is. They were more fucking American than half of this goddamn fucking country. It was awesome talking to those guys.
It was. I tip my hat to the Australian.
Absolutely.
Adam,
You
can
sent
you-
3 guys over that were perfect representatives.
Can you see what I'm trying to present?
Let me go.
Well,
to the
yeah,
card
yeah.
chat.
No, what is it?
Oh, down there. Yeah, I got you. See, being considered crazy by those who are still victims of culture conditioning is a compliment. But you are not crazy. You are awake in an insane society. For that exact reason, most people will call you crazy. No
That is a
shit.
Very gross image.
but so correct.
So accurate.
It's very correct.
Yes. I've said that. I can't remember. I had that as like a saying for a long time. It was like when I was like in high school, I think. It's what was how did it go? Only those who are truly sane are the ones who are called insane in an insane world. That makes sense, right? Did I say it right? Only those who are
Sounds like-
truly sane are called insane in an insane world. Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
like something Freud
I
said.
remember after January 6th and stuff like that, I was like, look, okay. I said I think we can all agree that that the vast majority of those people didn't go there to burn the whole thing to the ground, right? They were going there to express their opinions, and then there were about 500 some idiots.
Feds.
The majority not. The majority were kind of like, oh, look, it's the Capitol. As like the little old lady that's like, kind of like walking through the thing. She's inside the velvet ropes, right? That meme, which was an actual picture. I think we can all agree that the majority of the people kind of got conned. But it was one of those things that like on Twitter, like you get people who you would say something just milquetoast like that, just very mellow, very like mostly common sense related. They'd be like, "You're an insurrectionist, aren't you?" It's like and they just they vomit this word soup all over you and just go nuts. And what was funny at the time is I was like, "You fucking retards!" Like I worked for a government organization at the time. I'm like, if I was an insurrectionist, I would be in jail. Are you high? Like, and it's just one of those things that like it was so.
Some of us might be.
Yeah, it's true.
Jesse's not here.
Oh,
I didn't mean to derail you, dude. Keep going.
no, you're good, man. That was literally the point. It's just like you can't even have like a nuanced, like civil, level-headed point like that without having people going whoosh, and it's nuts. It's absolute nuts. And it's always the people that yell the loudest that get heard. And these mellow conversations like this are just kind of like shoved aside.
Well, it's also the ones that yell the loudest are the least informed. They hear the propaganda and they just repeat it, but at twice the volume.
Hi, Tracy.
Yep.
Hey, Tracy, what's going on?
Did you see
Yeah,
that
blue
posted?
quote's in here. What's that?
Schumer responds to calls for Trump to be Speaker of the House. He says, "No thanks, we're good."
I saw Trump's response, and the title of the article said Trump basically implying that Trump said he doesn't want it. I read his quotes. He didn't say no. He said, "I will do what's best for the country," which implies that it's a possibility he could accept that.
Yeah.
Now, if he gets the votes, though, I really doubt it, because there's not enough fucking true Republicans in there to actually vote for him. I really doubt that.
Right.
Yep.
No, it's not. It's a great thought for people who would just like to see Trump have some place where he can start using his ability to make things right, but that's not going to be the place.
Shaka Zulu, I'm very offended by this.
That's
How
pretty funny.
do you know I haven't been drinking already?
Because you didn't have your shot glass ready at the beginning.
I've taken a shot. I had a beer at the restaurant earlier. Excellent fucking Louisiana cuisine here at the lake. Yeah, I will.
Where'd
I'll
you
go
go?
ahead and pull this up. If you guys want to hear me trying to be smart while I'm drunk, you can go ahead.
Wait a minute, you had cuisine? Was that like crawdads out of Lake of the Ozarks?
That wasn't out of the lake. No, it's just it's a place called Shorty Pants. They had the best fucking Louisiana fucking food here at the lake you can
Ah,
possibly
shit,
have.
you're like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I forgot. Well, I mean, you told me you were out with your wife, so I mean, yeah. Well, that's when we first met. Me and the first sergeant here was at Shorty Pants. Yeah. It was real quick. I just wanted to grab something real quick. I was already down at McAdoodle's down the street there, trying to restock on my necessities here.
Y'all
Welcome
are
to
saying that
Macadoodles.
You're
Sorry.
saying that Australia is not a real place, and then you talk about shorty pants and macadoodles and all this stuff.
It
What
No,
just
the
all
hell?
sounds like fake
You
stuff.
have 2-for-1 beer night, and he can order off the kids menu, so he gets some nuggets. And
It's,
Nuggies.
it's
All right.
okay. As a native Missourian, I understand the language that you guys are speaking right now. So
Who here has heard about the movie, the new Dinesh D'Souza movie, Police State, coming out?
I saw him, Dinesh, on some interview, and that's the first I heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I think I'll just kind of skip through a few parts of this, but I want to play this trailer because this is really fucking impactful, man. This is if anyone who wasn't aware of what's really going on, the scenes that you'll see in this look like it's got to be fabricated, but this is actually all portraying real incidents, real shit that's happening here in this country. So just, let's play a little bit of this.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Chief Division Counsel and DOJ have approved a no-knock breach. We want the subject to be on display, doing the walk of shame, full visual impact. Any questions?
Are we becoming a police state?
Government told American citizens they couldn't go to church on Sunday.
I've never seen anything like it. It may be the Russia other people grew up in, but not my America.
FBI warrant, come to the door now!
There's a heavy banging at my door. Open up! It's 15 marked units on my property. I got SWAT in the back of my house.
They took a battering ram to my door.
6 a.m., I hear boom, 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 and hear about 6 to 8 military-style soldiers, with the tallest one of them pointing an automatic rifle at my head.
FBI, we have an arrest warrant!
Shock you out of sleep, drag you out of your house half clothed, refuse to give you a warrant, ransack your house.
Now I'm facing 15 years in federal prison
for doing nothing other than exercising my right to free speech.
I had no reason to be attacked.
I hope that you remember Matt's name and the role you played in killing him.
How did we give the state this kind of power?
9/11 changed everything.
We're going to expand the Bureau from law enforcement to domestic intelligence. Legal shackles are now off.
It used to be Islamic terrorism. That threat is kind of dissipated.
Our focus is shifting.
They're moving to domestic extremism. Really paints anybody who's right of center.
What we need is a person to look at. And then we go find out what crime you did. If you're a pro-life, pro-family Catholic, they define you as radical.
The demand for domestic terrorism vastly outstrips the supply. When candidate Trump came down the escalators, the government had a meltdown.
We are going to drain the swamp. We'll see about that.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
The Patriot Act and FISA were used against Donald Trump.
Google literally rewrote their news algorithm based upon what Trump was doing so that they could get this guy.
You just take out the word Russiagate and you put in COVID origins. You take out COVID origins and you put in Hunter Biden's laptop. You take that out and you put in January 6th. It's the replicated play from the deep state and their partners in the media.
They're not just deplatforming you, they are trying to throw people in prison.
If they're coming for me, they're coming for you.
Hands on your head! These are anti-government,
We have freedom of religion and freedom of speech!
violent extremists, and they must be dealt with. We can do anything we want.
Police State. Exclusively in theaters October 23rd and 25th. Tickets sold only on policestatefilm.net.
That's real.
Wow, that's wild.
That's real. That shit's real, man. That's our country right now. That is real.
They're creating
And I know that
future crimes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I know there are going to be people who say no. There's stuff like that's not. No. There is. During COVID, there were people being arrested for going to church.
Yes.
That is absolute insanity.
Before that, the Boston Marathon bombing, they were entering houses at will.
Mm-hmm.
But you take a place like here, Vermont, where you're like argument that people would say, no, that's not true. They wouldn't argue if it happened because they would agree with it. And that's the problem. That's where all of the shift to that like totally left position of taking people into custody would not be a reason to argue, because here it would be acceptable because, well, they must be that way. They must be totally like terrorists. And it's so easy for that to happen here because they already have that premise in their mind that there are like white supremacists leaking behind every tree. I didn't mean leaking. Every time I'm behind a tree, I leak. So.
Well, nobody wants to let them in their house to piss, so they have to leak behind the tree.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I meant that. I didn't mean to use that word. Just I saw that picture of a tree in my mind, and I was leaking.
Hey, Adam, I think you're performing elder abuse right
Mike,
now.
Mike, if you got to use the bathroom, buddy, go ahead.
Mike,
no judgment.
I'll go and lock the door. It's okay.
Jesus. You got a dermy closet, don't you, Adam? You son of a bitch.
But that's why that premise is so easy, because there are places where that's kind of accepted without even a thought.
Yeah. Dude, that when that thing was playing, I felt like it was 1776 all over again, and they are freaking King George, and we're the colonials, trying to just live,
All I got to say is, with the advent of technology and stuff, you better find yourself a good retreat in a cave if that stuff really does start overflowing in the public.
Yeah.
I'm at a point. I expect that this channel can get shut down any fucking day, any single day for the shit that we say on here.
Yeah.
And with that, man, I hope everyone on here just back up to Rumble. If you can, but I mean, I have zero expectation for this channel to be able to continue existing throughout this upcoming election, because we are wrong. We have wrong think here. We're not allowed to say what we're allowed to say, what we are saying in these United States.
What's really sad though is when Shellback said that 1776 opinion, that revolution, that's where all this started, and it's gone completely the other way. It's now left up to really the center part of the country to like hold the line, fight back to stop this stuff, because up and down the East Coast now, it's all that revolutionary movement from that time is gone. Now it's just gone like woke. I got my beach property, and you're not going to change my mind.
Yeah,
I don't have beach property, so don't misunderstand.
You're right. Missouri is that state.
Yeah,
it's one of the oldest battleground states, and attitudes haven't changed here.
Yeah, and you go back to the middle of the Civil War, and that was the place where the most conflict took place as far as right and left. And
North
now it's become the stalwart of like conservatism.
Well, the vast majority of Americans aren't down for this. The vast majority of Americans want to live their lives. They want to go to work. They want to raise their kids. They want people to be free to be who they want to be. And we may not always agree on certain things, but the problem is that the people who run our tech companies, the people who run our social media, our media sources, and our politicians, these are the people that think this way, that say, you have the wrong opinion, you shouldn't have a voice. The vast majority of America is not like that. The problem is, though, is that all of this stuff, the majority of this stuff, that the normal Americans don't see it, right? And it's something that slowly it took Hollywood, and it took like companies like Disney pushing this garbage in children's movies for parents to go, wait, what in the hell is this? Like, what did I take my kid to here? And now you have Disney movie after Disney movie after Disney movie, and even the television shows on Disney Plus flopping harder than anything I have seen as of recently. And it's something that's finally catching up to normal Americans, that they're going, wait, hold up, I don't understand what's going on here. Because that's where they get all this stuff. And and that's why, the stuff with like the coof and all that, it went as far as it did because normal Americans were just trying to get by, right? At first they were just trying to figure out how to make sure that their family's safe, stuff like that, make sure that they had enough food, and then eventually it came to a point where it's like, well, the government's like, well, just a little bit longer, right? Yeah. Just a little, just one more poke, and everybody's starting to go, wait, hold up, dudes. Now y'all getting weird about it. And that's
you're totally right in that perspective. Totally right in that perspective. Yeah. But the question is, for me, is there still enough time left for the exact idea or opinion that you have to take hold and move ahead to keep it from being overwhelmed the other way? That's my concern.
Tracy K, are you referring to this? I just happen to have the flag right next to me. Talking about the Nazi symbol change to something else, and she says, "I want the yellow and white paintings." They're putting so it's not this one on the tanks. The yellow and white paintings on the tanks, the new Nazi symbol. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that like in Ukraine?
So Ryan, I got to ask you.
Sure.
Because you're definitely younger than I am. And where you are now, when I was there, I had no conception that it could be where it is now. And I'm a little skeptical that it can be turned around. Do you have hope? Do you think that the common American is going to be in a place where they still have the ability to go the other way, to change all this? Do you think that's possible?
This is going to be a bit of a hot take. My parents' generation started this. The 70s free love generation. Sorry guys, y'all started it. I'm
not arguing.
No. I'm trust me. I'm gonna go into it. Trust me. I'm not just blaming that generation. It's the make love, not war led into the millennials, which I'm an older millennial. I'm on the very beginning of it. So millennials that are younger than me, a lot of us very lazy, don't want to take responsibility for our own actions, want things handed to us. It's a shit way to, we're told that we're special from day one. Don't take this the wrong way, anybody, but you're only special to the people that love you. Other than that, you're not any more special than anybody else on this fucking planet. I think where things are starting to turn around is with Gen Z, and I know this is going to sound weird. I think the tail end of Gen Z is starting to, because you're seeing videos come from high schools of Gen Z kids, their teacher trying to push this garbage on them in class, and they're just laughing about it. And then you see the teacher flipping out, hey, if you guys keep laughing and talking during this, you're going nuts. These kids are starting to roll their eyes at this, and it's going to take hold, because the most uncool thing that can fucking happen is having your grandparents and your parents and your great grandparents tell you something is the way it should be. It's just the way it is. It's not cool. It's not going to work, or whatever terminology they use nowadays. So the fact that you have your teacher saying, oh, this whatever agenda is what you should be doing, these kids are going, dude, you can fuck off. They're telling these teachers to kick rocks because they're laughing at them. And you start getting enough of the younger generations pushing back, then that's where it's going to start to have a change. But no, unfortunately, my generation is a part of that, because we are lazy and we think that everybody's a special fucker. And no, nobody's a special fucker. It's just the way it is.
Well, it's the millennial generation that's causing all this. We're now the ones who've taken over. We're now the ones running the show. We're the ones who are infiltrating fucking Disney with their not so secret gay agenda. These are millennials who are causing all of this. So it's no damn surprise at all that when everyone's picking on the generation that got pampered, the ones who get all the fucking trophies, that got all this shit, they're the ones who are now fucking everything up, and it's no surprise.
I would like to
no,
state
I
that was not
disagree.
millennials. That is the generation after millennials that got all the trophies.
It don't matter what generation it
Yeah,
is. You can't give yourself
I'm
that
not-
much credit because
It's
it's our
been a
fault
slow
for letting
slide.
it happen.
Yes.
We let it happen. We, the American
Complacency
people.
level. Yeah.
While
Yeah.
soldiers were deployed and serving all these years, 35 years that I served, what the hell was the American people doing with our public school system?
Right.
We're out defending the country. You're supposed to be defending internal country, and they all failed.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been a slow slide. Trying to blame anybody in particular it's like, because every generation has had those who have been totally giving and trying to make everything better, and others who just took it all for granted. It's that, and trying to blame somebody doesn't really fix it. I'm just like, when I was talking to Ryan about the question of, is there hope? That's like, as an older person, it's like I'm losing sight that that's a possibility. When we talked with the Aussies, one of them said to me, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, "I think it's already gone by." I said, "We're like a decaying like power, and we can't fix it. It's not going to get better because we don't have the will. We don't have the strength. There isn't that like resiliency anymore. It's just gone away. And can you get that back? I don't think so. I just don't see that. And I'd like to hear somebody tell me that it is possible.
We did an entire show. Yeah, we did an entire show on Skinamax Saturday a few weeks back where the entire theme was, I want to give all the reasons why we are now winning the culture war. That not only has this movement of the woke movement stopped, come to a standstill, but it's swinging back in the other direction now. So if we're to just look at the examples of the demise of Hollywood and all the other entertainment sources that woke has infiltrated, it's dying away and we're winning. If you use that as an example for the rest of what you're talking about, I think it does show that not only are we capable of winning, but I think we're on the upswing to win. That's why right now with the political atmosphere the way it is, the Dems are losing their fucking mind. They are freaking the fuck out with the situation. They're terrified that Trump can get back in office, and they're terrified that if you look at all the demographics of the black populace and the Hispanics, they are so sick and tired of all this bullshit. The blacks are so sick and tired of being pandered to, of being called stupid. They were too dumb to even get a fucking license, and the fucking Latinos are so sick and tired with the Latinx, all this fucking bullshit. They're done. They're sick and tired of it, and the Dems know it. The political left know that this woke movement has killed what they were trying to do, and we are winning. I have extreme hope that we're on the upswing and taking things over again.
I don't mean to take your show, Adam, because this is your show. But part of the reason I wanted to be here. Oh, okay, well, okay, go ahead, Tiff.
I was just gonna say that I don't think that it's gone. I think it's just been in an overly long hibernation. There is always hope. There will always be hope, even in the Great Depression. You had to keep hope. You have to keep moving forward. And many days feel very black-pilled, but I remind myself that I used to be a goddamn liberal before I dyed my hair. I would not pay attention to things. And then I started paying attention to things just slowly. Like my brother got me onto one thing and then the next thing. And I was just like, oh my God, I haven't been reading things. I've just been seeing titles. I've just been thinking excuses for things that I was raised to know better. Like abortion never sat well with me, but there were certain things medical research wise that I used as an excuse for it to be okay. There is always going to be hope. You just have to keep pushing forward and not letting it bring you down. I'm still young. I refuse to give in to all of this bullshit. I'm working on myself so I can be prepared when everything goes to shit. And if it doesn't, at least I'm still fucking prepared. And I'm trying to prepare the next generation. When my sister's kids were living with us, when my sister was living with us, I helped those kids grow as human beings because we need to do that.
Does it have to go to shit?
No,
I guess
it doesn't.
That's my concern. Does it have to go to shit?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I bring up Bongino all the time, and Bongino, having been a cop, he was a cop back in New York when things were really bad before Rudy Giuliani took over, and he's very well aware of how bad things need to be before fucking idiots will wake up and vote for what really matters. And he's been saying things just aren't bad enough. They're just not bad enough yet. If you look at the statistics of the numbers of all the violence and everything that was happening before Giuliani took over, and you compare it to today, New York is a shithole today, but it's not bad enough as it was before. It's getting there, though. Chicago is getting there. San Francisco is getting there. People are starting to wake up, but it's just not bad enough yet for them to vote for what really fucking matters.
We've been complacent.
But it can.
For
It
too
will
long.
get there.
Like, we've been too used to peace, even though we've been in a perpetual war since 2001. It was never dire enough for people to be motivated to move. And I'm not saying that it's going to go completely to shit. Like I said, there's always hope. It just may take a little bit more of a push to where we have to claw our way out. But we can still claw our way out because that's who we are. It's ingrained in our souls. And we just have to keep bringing that to the next generations and creating those next generations. I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, I'm hopeful.
None of the shit's gonna happen with us sitting on a YouTube channel instead of being at the voting and the municipality meetings that happen during the week in the evenings to make that change. You're not there to witness what's said, and that's where it gets lost.
That's absolutely right, and there's a reason why I always on these Knife Hand shows and on my news things that I do, I always have a link. If you like this content, then click the link below and find your representative, find your congressman, and let them know what you think. But you're right, go at the local level as well. You've got to attack things at the local level before anything else.
I've got a challenge for you. Everybody go out to their local municipality meetings, city council, whatever, sit in here, listen to it, and then come back with that information and discuss what's happening locally.
It's a good call.
I have I don't know. I don't want to say fear, but I think within the next few years, things are going to get physical, like revolutionary type physical, especially if things get fortified again.
Well, you're probably not using the exact words that you want, but I think what you're saying is people are going to get angry. And when people get angry, they get violent. And the potential is definitely there in the very near future. I can't put a date or a time on it, but I do see where there are people living in a very liberal place that I live. There are people that are not that liberal and don't like it, but if they get pushed, we have a lot of guns. Like, that's just the nature. And I don't know that it'll be that way, but that's my question in all of this. Is that what people will be driven to?
Well, if they're driven to that, there's no coordination. So we're all probably going to be shooting the wrong people to begin with.
Exactly. It won't. There's no like North versus South anymore. It's like, what's the circular gunfire? I don't know.
If we want to have that conversation, I think that really how it ended up breaking down is the coastal states versus the center. I mean, there's the liberals. They love their fucking beach land. So if you look at the fucking east and west coast is all fucking liberal land, and I think everything in the middle would be our territory.
It's not even that. It's more urban versus rural. I mean, it's like,
Well, there is that. I agree with you.
even though I was born and raised in the great state of Missouri, thank God. Okay, you know, I now live in the state of Washington. Okay, and
You poor thing.
because
Oh my
because
How
of
do you drop him?
Seattle,
How do you drop him?
Just like that. Ah, shit, he snuck back in.
anyway, because of the Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia, okay, the whole fucking state has to like live by their freaking blue ass rules. Okay, you know, you go on the other side of the Cascades, it is so freaking normal. I mean, you know, AKA red, you know, and it's the same with Oregon. You know, the freaking Portland and freaking Salem, and you know, they fuck up the rest of the state. You know,
Yeah,
and
it's the same for
California,
like every state. I mean, it's fucking same. Yeah, California. A lot of California is fucking hardcore red. It's just a certain area down south, and then San Francisco, and fucking Illinois. I mean, it's amazing when I drive through Illinois when I'm heading up to Wisconsin and back. I'm driving through nothing but fucking farmland. You know, good, hardworking fucking Americans. It's amazing to know that just a little bit fucking southeast of there is this cesspool of fucking Chicago. It's killing the entire state. So yeah, same thing with fucking Vermont. I mean, shit, Vermont is all fucking hardcore farmers and everything else, and it's fucking Burlington and Montpelier is killing the whole state, and it's weird.
If it does come to any kind of a fight, we can use Green Hair as our spy. She can go amongst them and
should be our distraction.
Just to add clarity, that Adam, it's not that way anymore. All of those people that have money have moved everywhere.
Oh, they've contaminated the entire state now.
I mean, where I live, small town, but if I bring up Trump, I told you this the other day in a text. Holy shit, did I get jumped on? No, in a smaller state, it's totally permeated. So
it definitely says something that you have Ezra Miller setting up his fucking grooming farm in southern Vermont. No reference whatsoever. Not a single person got that.
I was right as soon as you jumped down our throats. I said, "Oh, I forgot that was in Vermont," but my bad, I wasn't quick enough.
Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash. You don't remember
that guy? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to fight? You want to fight?
Yeah. Southern fucking Vermont, like right down the street from where my stepdad has his farm down there. That's fucking weird to see. Bad Take Bojan, otherwise known as Tina, says most of Illinois is amazing, and then you put a picture of a fucking yellow dick. You were such a pervert, Tina. Cheers to you, Tina, for your 3 months. Thank you very much, girl.
It's circumcised, though, isn't it?
It's filleted.
Does she eat it the long way?
Wow.
JB using his.
Does Tina even follow G&G to get that reference?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Okay.
I'm sure she does. Yeah. JB, member for 6 months, says, "Keep up the good fight, y'all. Thank you very much. You as well, my friend. Cheers to you, buddy."
Yeah. Oh, Miss Bojan just celebrated her 26th wedding anniversary.
Yep.
Oh, congratulations, Tina. And also had to celebrate the loss of her Cubs. But I can't talk too much shit because my Brewers got knocked out in the second game of the fucking playoff. Yeah, I know. I'll even do that myself. Fucking pissed off. Let's see. Let's get something going on here.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that $20 tip where you get. Where's that $20 thing come in where I get to see you drink, Adam?
We gotta see people pop in with that. We had one. We had a blue cord, always good for a good 20 to start things off. Thursday's not much. I mean, Thursday's not usually. It's Saturday. Saturday's the night when everyone wants to really party. But as a reminder, any single super chat, we'll all do drinks. I'll drink to you when you drop your member chats too. And $20 or more, we'll do super chats. whatever.
I'm gonna be real honest. I only came in real quick to call you all gay and feds and leave because I just got done with Static Show and I'm fucking exhausted. So.
Wow. Well, I mean, it wasn't gay until you got here.
Oh, I know that. No, it's always gay around Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Don't California my Missouri.
There you go.
I agree with that.
Oh,
That's a
I agree
t-shirt.
with that.
Yeah,
That's
California is
t-shirt
the
I'm making.
Dermy of states. It affects other states.
You're gonna do that on a shirt there?
So, devil, that's slander. I am not California. What the fuck?
Yeah, we don't want dermy pox.
The fact that you have to defend yourself says you are California.
No. California is much worse than me. I'm close, but much worse.
You guys are bringing up geeks and gamers.
Hey.
We got the 199 in the fucking chat.
You all know why these guys are wearing beards, right? Because they're hiding.
Gay.
No, they're hiding my stretch marks.
Wow. Wow.
Gay.
Joke's on you. I'm a professional.
Yeah,
Why is,
many stretch marks.
Wisconsin is not a sad tale. What are you talking about? Wisconsin's awesome. Love Wisconsin.
It is. I like Wisconsin.
Yeah. I mean, Madison and Milwaukee kind of suck.
Yeah, it's like Burlington and Montpelier.
I was pretty fucking surprised. I mean, Milwaukee was fun. I went to this fucking brat house there. What the best fucking brat I've ever eaten. I mean, fucking dude. Yeah, go ahead and make the gay jokes about that if you want to, but it's fucking amazing. But it didn't take very long for me to realize how fucking woke everyone was there. I mean, every fucking person just started talking all this fucking woke bullshit. I'm like, after having spent a fucking week up in Green Bay, where they're based up there, fucking Green Bay, Wisconsin is a very fucking red city. But then to switch that down to Milwaukee, and it's like a whole nother fucking world, man.
Is that even possible?
Very possible.
Red City. That's like a oxymoron.
You're an oxymoron.
Yeah, you're not.
Hey, we're not talking about me right now.
It depends. Are we talking about conservative city or are we talking about communist city? Because communist city makes sense.
He's talking about politically red. I mean, even Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri is a Republican stronghold. But I get your point. The larger the city, the more often it tends to lean more fucking left and blue. But there's still plenty of fucking good-sized cities out there that are generally speaking not
You can make that another
totally
whole
down.
episode. Let's name all the red cities.
Yeah,
because I kind of get that idea that they don't go to the country; they go to the city, and they bring their politics with them.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, as an example, what's that? The biggest city up in not Iowa. Where's the potato state?
Idaho.
There's a place up there called
Boise.
Not Boise. Boise's definitely
Idaho Falls.
No. Bonner's Ferry.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Bonner's Ferry.
That place is super fucking conservative. Super fucking conservative. But it's in the middle of nowhere. Like you have to drive like
fair. It's Idaho, so basically the entire state is.
Yeah, but I mean that's my point. Is that just because go ahead.
You're talking about Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
No, I'm talking about
neo-Nazis are at.
Oh, actually, well, that's not far away. That's just a little bit southwest of there. That's where that neo-Nazi shit happened. Yeah, was it something Ridge? What was it called?
Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge. That happened up there, right?
So Coeur d'Alene lately is basically
Does the name
Spokane, which
Ruby
is
Begonia ring a bell?
Yeah, Grateful Dead.
JB is honoring popping in with the $20. Thank you very much. And I think Mike just wanted an excuse to drink. That's all it was. And
I haven't needed one all night, so it's a shame that I can't have my picture because I've been drinking all night. So,
well, I think we can see that perfectly fine. That picture that you got up there with your weighing out. Thank you very much. Designated drinker, first on. I don't know if you've seen this video before, so let's see your virgin reaction to this.
all right, I just threw up.
You see my beer?
No.
Oh, he's taking a shot. All right.
You know what?
I wasn't
Because
sure what that was. I
you
thought you
all-
were. I thought you were trying to take a hit off of something. I was
I
like,
knew
what
what he
the
was
fuck?
trying to do, but we can't see it because it's so
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah, it's too bright.
That was like the first fun app that I remember we had when the iPhones first started coming out. You had that drinking app, like, oh look, this is so cool.
Right.
Look what
That's
my
a
iPhone
fun
can
story,
do.
Grandpa. Thanks.
Back in my day, our fun apps were drinking a beer on screen.
But we're not really drinking it. It's like magic.
And then we had near beer.
Oh God. Yeah, my only experience with near beer was in Iraq when the fucking the CEO bought like cases of it for our fucking for our company when we were on our fob, not knowing that we had liquor that is simply put into a little thing in my cargo pocket when we were having a little party, and I poured that into my can. So.
Near beer, you mean queer beer?
I will say, yeah, well, it is queer beer. I will say that gin with near beer is a very bad mix, but it'll get you where you need to be.
Dude, you should have seen the connexes of alcohol coming into the Victory Base complex and going directly down to the green zone, where the embassy
bet.
was at. They go
But
through
that-
a connex of alcohol a month.
But that's all for like the brass, right? Like the fucking
pretty
just
much
don't know
everything.
shit's happen.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: since you had that experience at leadership level, I don't know what your deployments were like, but we were like fucking completely certain in our lowest detachment, just 60-man fucking detachment, that the first sergeant, who's an E7, and our company commander, who was a captain, like they fucking knew. They knew that we had alcohol, and and we always just figured it was like, as long as you don't fuck up, then they're gonna look the other way.
That's the way I treated my soldiers.
That's what I figured.
Get it done. Get done early. You got time to yourself, but make sure it's right.
That's what I figured.
No,
That's what
I deployed myself and a full bird colonel. We're the only two that deployed for the human terrain system. And we had 32 teams between Iraq and Afghanistan embedded into every brigade and battalion throughout Iraq and Afghanistan as cultural advisors, sociologists, anthropologists, and military mixed. So yeah, I was pretty autonomous.
Look at you trying to use all those big words, making the army sound smart.
Anthropologist? What's an anthropologist in the military?
Well, you remember the Phoenix Project in Vietnam?
No.
I kind of remember the name, but right off the top.
Winning the hearts and minds. That was the Phoenix Project. Yeah, we were the revival of that.
Wait, so I mean wasn't that under the purview of PSYOP? I mean,
it's under the purview of military intelligence. PSYOP was our tool.
Oh, okay, I see. Interesting.
Yeah, look at I showed you the logo last time, didn't I?
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
You know, I just said a joke there, and I completely forgot that my mic was muted.
Wah, wah. Don't try it again. It will not hit. It will.
There's
not
that
hit.
hand over the mouth look.
Go ahead, tee it up, man. We need a home run.
You're not going to get that from Dermy.
You were talking about being a part of military intelligence, and I just said, you're the guy that was telling people not to fuck goats.
Should
I got
get your
Adam.
hand over your mouth.
That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood, man.
Oh,
that's George Clooney.
No, wait,
you
no.
fuck goats.
What he's referring to is that I knew people who were on missions in Africa who part of their mission, not their entire mission, but part of it was to teach the populace of the area they were at that having sex with virgins does not stop AIDS. And that all of a sudden turned into them claiming that it was me who was telling people not to fuck goats. I have no idea how they made this connection, but I just rolled the joke, sure.
Hey, $20, brother.
That's fucking right, dude. Shit. Go out in Iraq, I'll fucking go for $20. Shit.
So that might be a whore, but I even have limits.
Can goats get AIDS?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they could probably give you AIDS.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when they do.
Ooh, that was all right. All right, I'll give you that one.
Wow,
It's
the
No,
Bears
you don't,
one.
you don't reward
pretty
that one.
fucking lame, but I'll give it to you. Pretty fucking.
No.
That's a good dad joke. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'll tell you what, man. All this fucking woke shit, all this fucking moving in the fucking immigrants and all this, it's bad enough, but it definitely crosses a fucking line when it affects fucking football, man. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. God dang, I fucking teed up a perfect fucking thing right there, and I pulled the wrong fucking article.
I know exactly where you're going now.
See,
The Army Navy game.
Swift, I quit.
Why are you
Yep,
gay?
the fucking Army. Oh god,
Army
look at
Navy
this. I just
game.
saw a fucking picture on the
Yes.
right side though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But
Wait, guys! I think the Bears won.
Enhance.
I thought I saw that too.
the game tonight
Yeah.
against who?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
Commanders.
trying to pull it up.
The Browns,
Oh.
maybe. I
The
don't
Redskins, you mean?
know. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey!
Hey, I allow it. I allow it.
I'm kidding. I'm
The
kidding.
Browns are not the Redskins.
No.
I allow it because
I think it was.
it's the Redskins because I don't give a fuck if you guys think that racist or not. 'Cause
Everything is racist. Everything is racist according to me.
but it's not.
There's actually a movement to get the name changed back to the Redskins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
entire
actually,
fucking
yeah.
entire organization of Native
Yeah.
Americans are signed off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the Kansas City Chiefs didn't bow down.
40
Yeah,
to
that's
20.
right.
Terrified of Taylor Swift.
40-20
Good
against
Lord.
who?
The Redskins.
Against the no shit.
The Bears put up 40.
Yeah,
Damn.
only because Dick had died today.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good one.
that was
yeah.
bad. That was bad.
Yeah. Rest in
Oh,
peace
Oh, man.
Dick
to Dick
Butkus.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dick Butkus. Yeah.
Dick
Yeah.
Dick Buckus. What did I
The
say?
man was,
I
You
love
said
the
you
man
said
was an
Dickus.
animal.
Dickus.
I think you said Dickus.
I may have said Dickus.
When he played football, he was an animal. I mean, he just tore the shit out of people.
Oh yeah, they were showing videos of him just picking them up off the ground and throwing them down.
Yeah. As a kid growing up, I watched him play football. I was like, holy crap. Man was amazing. And
Hey, wait.
he just got old and never changed his attitude. He still always stayed the same.
Yep.
That's cool. Well, rest in peace to a fucking legend, man. That's awesome.
I just never understand why no one's ever tried to change the name of the Browns. What does that mean?
I know. I watched a special on NFL Network where they really don't even have a conclusive answer as to where that came from
No,
because
it's
there's
like
somebody who is named Brown, and then there's people saying that actually means this. If you don't even know what it means, then why do you still have it that name?
It's just it was a term. They looked in the toilet one day and they said, "Oh, the Browns."
Hey, this
I support the
resembles
Brown.
our team.
I support the Brown. It was a trout. Went down the road, the stream. It was a brown trout.
First
Even a
game, somebody
dead
got
trout.
A
tackled.
blind brown trout.
Somebody
Even
got
a dead
tackled so
trout.
hard they shit their pants, and he said, "Hey, we got a name."
Yeah.
Hey, there's a shark. We'll call it the Browns.
What's crazy is that very well could be that could be the origin.
Dermy's got to go, guys.
Bye,
Well,
bitch.
I mainly just came in to say hi, so love you guys.
Well,
Yeah, okay,
nice.
get the fuck out.
See you.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about this shit. Fucking the Army Navy game, one of the best fucking college games, college events you can possibly go to. Fans are now unable to attend because the hotels around the area are housing illegal fucking immigrants.
Your
Go
tax
ahead.
dollars.
What
Mike,
more can you say? It's totally fucked up.
Totally
The
fucked
overflow
up.
is in Vermont now.
Yeah, what did you say? You said that our old VFW post moved locations for fucking
Well,
for
I
homeless
didn't-
to make a homeless
Well,
shelter.
now it's
But
going to
as
be
soon-
the
as
old
soon as you said
VFW
that,
post is going to be a homeless center. Yeah,
as soon as you said homeless center, I was thinking, I'll bet that's what they're calling it, but it's really going to be for illegal aliens.
it was on the news tonight that it's a homeless center, and I went, what? I didn't even know they moved. So after I sent that, I started to look into it and found out that they moved to a new location.
Well, so for this, I didn't even realize that this game is being played at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it's not always.
No, they move. They're in Philadelphia. They'll play in New York City because it's all about like the Navy and the Army, and all of that is centered around, well, before Massachusetts. I guess that's a Navy connection. I'm not really sure why, but Boston.
It's going to be a close cut.
What do you mean?
Come on, Gillette Stadium.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
There you go. I knew that had to be there.
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, think about it. It's at Gillette Stadium, and they're sponsoring two groups that have to shave every day.
Well, Gillette is now known to be very fucking anti-man, so
Yeah.
I don't buy
So you
that.
don't know if they actually need to shave or not.
Toxic males.
Yeah,
So it's just a valley trimmer now.
pretty much. Do you not remember that commercial that Gillette had? That was attacking basically toxic masculinity, like fucking. It is dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
like
the
men.
dudes barbecuing. Yeah.
Men aren't allowed to go talk to women that they find attractive. Other
Yeah.
beta males have to stop those men from doing those things. And
Yeah,
then
they're-
boys aren't allowed to wrestle in the backyard and bullshit. Fuck Gillette.
Come at me, bro.
All right.
Come at me.
Age is the biggest detriment to toxic masculinity there is.
Fair point.
The older you get, it just I just can't get it up anymore.
I now my trigger finger still works fine.
Yeah, well, talk to me when you're 70 plus.
Still be fine.
I have a chemically induced aid.
I'm not talking about your dick, Mike.
Oh, we're not?
No. He's talking about his literal trigger finger.
Oh.
Leave it to an Air Force guy.
Well, we never had a trigger finger.
This is true.
Now you were just long distance push button killers.
Yeah, well, it's always worked in the past.
All right.
I was trained in basic training that we were protected by a ring of Marines and Army, and the only bullet we ever got was meant for ourselves.
Jeez, that's fucking morbid.
It's a bit brutal. Shows the times.
Well, that worked out well. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Didn't even get one of those.
And then had to beg for it.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Come on, stand up for a treat. Stand up for a treat.
Okay, Jed.
All right, so Biden's fucking dog bit someone again for the 11th fucking time. 11 fucking times. This dog has been biting people around the White House, at least what we know of.
Fucking
Now-
dog privileges.
What I want to ask is, I think we're all in agreement, when it comes to pit bulls and German shepherds and all these dogs, they can be very vicious dogs, but it's more of a reflection of how they were raised rather than the dog itself. So what does this have to say about Joe Biden and his fucking family that they managed to raise a dog this fucked up?
Have you seen
He
his
showered with the dog.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
Sniffed it one too many times.
Yeah, the dog's all like, kind of like, God
Get
damn
me-
it, I can't sniff that much. He beats me every time.
Get me
bitter.
the fuck out of this house. How many fucking Secret Service agents do I have to bite for you guys to get me out of here?
Look at I'm sharing his dog. I mean, that's a pretty badass dog, really. Do you
Oh
see
yeah,
it?
no doubt. Yeah. But it clearly has not been raised well. This dog is just randomly going around fucking biting people.
I think the dog knows what it's doing and it just wants to die at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you heard? I've
He's
heard.
biting people to get attention. He I'm claiming
someone had to tip me
amnesty. I
away,
want
or-
out.
Well, I've heard the stories like Bongino's talked about because he knows all these Secret Service agents. He knows people who were on his fucking detail when he was vice president. He's like, there are females who was on the vice president detail, and this fucking pervert will go fucking skinny dipping in the pool all the fucking time. It's like he got off on getting naked in front of people. So I'll guarantee this dog is probably like, if I have to see this old man balls one more fucking time and a fucking jar of peanut butter, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Old balls.
Crackers with that peanut butter?
Oh, don't start talking peanut butter and dogs, damn it. Stop.
I think Mike is once again not getting it. Tim is over here dying.
Because the peanut butter has nuts in it.
Let's see that fucking no.
It does when Joe spreads it on his crotch.
Exactly.
That's what I meant. That's why I'm dying.
Now I got to go watch Road Trip.
Right?
But what if it's your dog?
That's just more
God.
personal.
That's been a long fucking time.
Euro trip
Holy
is
shit.
better.
All right, and I knew we weren't going to get too much into that conversation, but it will lead in pretty well to this one. Did you guys hear about this shit? A Pentagon official accused of partaking in abusive dogfighting ring for 2 decades. Not partaking. This guy was running a fucking a dogfighting ring, just like what's his face from the fucking
Michael
Eagles.
Vick.
Like Michael Vick, just like fucking Michael Vick, fucking killing these dogs, burying them, doing all kinds of things to torture them. This motherfucker here is a Pentagon official doing this shit for 2 fucking decades.
Is he
Frederick,
related to Michael Vick?
he's got a little of the fucking, yeah, he kind of looks a little bit. Frederick Douglass Morefield, Jr., a deputy chief information officer for the Secretary of Defense, chief information officer, that's a mouthful, was arrested Thursday on charges of promoting and furthering an animal fighting venture, according to the Department of Justice. Investigators reportedly found jumper cables allegedly used to execute the dogs and 5 pit bull type dogs at Morefield's home. The DOJ announced an additional 5 pits were found at his friend Mario D. Flythe's house, according to the Washington Post. Where is it in here? He had a fucking name for it that was pretty fucked up too. Where is it?
Why are
Someone
there
say something.
scantily clad,
Something.
big-boobed women on your web pages?
Dude, this is fucking Lily from the AT&T ad. She's stacked. Like if you
Yeah,
know those commercials.
She hates it too.
She does not show up, but there are pictures of her at parties and shit where she's got tittle bitties.
Yep.
She don't hate it enough. She makes enough money to have that taken care of.
You're right. So okay, he called
She
the
hates that
operation.
the internet loves it. By the way, that's
He
what she
called
hates.
the operation Jihad Kennels. Jihad, GEEHAD.
Oh my god.
If that ain't some fucked up
He
ass
can't
shit.
even fucking spell jihad. I mean, give me a fucking break. Jihad.
He went to an inner city public school. Okay, come on.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, this multiple fucking shit coming out with the Biden administration and issues with fucking dogs. Just, I don't know. It's just, how many, are there anyone, is there anyone within this Biden administration that is not just completely fucked up?
That's
Anyone.
motive.
It's just
Millie?
one
I got
thing
nothing.
after another with these fucking people.
Yeah, Millie's gone now. So
Yeah, I'm waiting and looking forward to find out who the fuck they're gonna replace Millie with. You got a fucking Green Beret who is willing to come out and fucking make all these claims about wanting to focus on white privilege. Imagine who they got next.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious? So Millie's gonna get to just slip away into retirement? Fuck that motherfucker.
Well, God willing, he'll come back, under charges if Trump becomes president again.
fuck no, he'll die before then.
Yeah, the
that
swamp
man's too
drain
fat.
itself. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to believe that. Dude, I love her. Bet she hates me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it's
Is there,
Titsugi.
is there a conversation going on here that I'm not seeing? Crunchy or creamy? Love it. Thank you, guys. All right. What else we got here? Then we got Biden. That was it, man. That's all topics. Last Saturday, we didn't get through a single topic. We didn't talk about one single topic last Saturday. We went on for 3 fucking hours, and I got blackout fucking drunk.
A scheduled topic. We had topics that we.
We talked about a lot of shit, but
Yes.
yeah, it was completely off the cuff.
Clarify. Yeah. Those are the better ones. Especially when you
I
get
just
drunk. 'cause
stepped
it's
out
funny.
to get 2 shots of Knob Creek, and now you're done. No, just
Dude,
have to
you were
drink alone.
gone for like an hour and a half. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well, next time you'll charge up that power chair, won't you? You'll get back faster.
Well, Alec Baldwin's finger is helping out.
I see that, Alec Baldwin's finger. Thank you very much, my friend. Alec Baldwin's finger was incredibly generous last Saturday. He is definitely part of the reason that this
You don't
entire
miss.
decanter was empty. Yeah, Alec Baldwin's finger, don't miss.
Yeah.
Let me pour this shot, and I will.
It's
give you
still a
proper-
cool decanter. I really like it when you hold that up.
Okay, that sounds gay.
I withheld my "that's what she said."
Alec Baldwin's finger for $20. Says, my bad. Oh, it's not your bad, dude. You're fucking great, man. There's nothing to
We love you.
apologize about. We absolutely love you. And because you are Alec Baldwin's finger, that means that where the fuck you get to shoot Dermy in the dick.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay, go. Here's to you, Mr. Baldwin's finger.
That's footage from the Rust movie. Yeah.
It is, yes. It's absolutely. All right. Yep. Unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about, I'm pretty much spent at this point.
Oh,
Nothing?
I got plenty to talk about, but
What do you want to talk about? What do you got?
I don't know. The age of Aquarius. Why everything?
Oh no, I forgot. I skipped over. No, we do got the article you sent me.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
way to go!
Wow.
Well, I skipped. Yeah, that was a failure on my part. I pulled
Look
it up
what you
briefly.
did.
Yeah, way to run a fucking show.
I mean, sometimes I'm just not gonna say anything. All right,
Probably
so
best.
yeah, this
Put
is what
the
I
crack
briefly.
pipe down.
Dude, I when I'm on camera, I don't have to do a crack pipe. I can just stick things in my veins underneath the camera here. So here from the Army Times, after missing recruiting goal again, the Army announces sweeping recruiting reforms. And we've talked many times on here and other shows like Skinemax about what we know is the problem that the Army is having, the military in general is having as far as their issues here. We know damn well that they're pushing a bunch of social justice bullshit down our throats. We know that they're pushing and trying to recruit fucking leftists, liberals with ads like cartoons of a little girl saying that I want to join the Army because I had 2 moms and I want to fight for social justice. We know damn well that the Army keeps on pushing shit that makes us look like little fucking bitches, anti-American fucking bitches, while China and Russia are out there looking like they're ready to kill motherfuckers, and they got people in droves ready to join their fucking army. But us, we can't seem to figure things out. So let me ask you guys, if you haven't read this article, do you think that the Army with these sweeping fucking reforms actually addressed anything that I just mentioned?
No.
Be all you can be.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, they
no.
went to the Air Force.
Well, they did switch the motto back to be all you can be, which is fucking cool. That was what I joined in the Army. And when I was in AIT, it switched to Army of One. And I was pissed off. I didn't join the Army to be Army of One, which sounds like a dumbass fucking motto. I wanted to be all I can be.
Let me
Go ahead,
present
Devil.
this to you.
Sorry.
Is it truly a good idea? Because you just paid a shit ton of money of tax dollars to reuse an old campaign that you already paid a shit ton of tax dollars for.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
but
doubt.
didn't that guy show up in a tranny outfit behind a gay flag as "Be All You Can Be" as the recruiter poster?
Who? Adam?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mike.
He's talking about car engine type things, just to clarify, because that's the only thing that word means.
Car engine.
I thought I heard a vibrating
transmission.
sound, but I didn't think it was a car engine.
Yeah.
I was trying to help your channel out.
Did you hear the whooshing sound as it went over everybody's head?
Oh yeah, went right over. Also heard that it went right over and went into a trombone.
I thought you were flushing the toilet.
All right, so let's go through a few of these things. One of the sweeping new amazing things they're spending so much money on is establishing a new specialized enlistment and warrant officer career field that will replace the existing 79 Romeo MOS and eventually abolish involuntary recruiting assignments. I'm guessing their first sergeant at 79 Romeo is the actual recruiter MOS?
Yeah.
Okay. And they want to abolish involuntary recruiting assignments. Now, we were talking earlier. I can't remember who. I think it was you and me. We were talking on the phone earlier, and you were even speculating that there very well could be a lot of suicides in recruiters right now because of how bad things are. And they want to get rid of involuntary recruiting assignments. Like people are going to say, "I want to do this."
Well, get rid of them, meaning that it's not part of your career path anymore.
Well, but I mean, abolish involuntary. Doesn't that mean that they're expecting to have people who want to be recruiters
rather than voluntold?
Yeah, and that's the way I'm reading that.
That's
because
I thought
the vast majority, I don't know anybody who volunteers to be a recruiter. It is you get ordered. Some unit we need a recruiter out of your unit, and some poor schmo got selected by their company commander. That's how I know recruitment assignments work.
Those are the guys that show up in the post office? Is that who you're talking about? The recruiters that are in like the post office? Or in the induction.
You know what a recruiter is, Mike. What?
Right, but I always thought that they volunteered to be a recruiter.
Yeah.
Okay, so what it's saying, because in an internal memo in early June to recruiters reviewed by military.com, U.S. Army Recruiting Command says it cannot continue its mission to recruit 60,000 new active duty soldiers by October, the end of the fiscal year, without involuntarily extending recruiters' assignments. So
okay, then if you know what that means, then please break it down.
Now that's what I'm trying to figure out with you, because it's government speak.
I'm telling you,
I'm bullet says.
I'm reading that Mike, at least in the Army, recruiting duties are terrible. Like you get disciplined for missing missing a recruiting goal.
See, in the Air Force,
it sucks.
Yeah, but in the Air Force, at least my experience was always they were volunteers, and even when I was in the reserves, you had to put in to be a reserve recruiter. It was not something you were forced into. They wanted that job.
Not fucking Army.
Well, see, they want it in the Air Force because you guys live in hotels and it's cool, and that's where the recruits would go. We have to do it out in the heat.
And it's so fucking easy. You basically just have to sit in the office and they just come to you.
Is there any insult in that? We live in hotels and people want to be in the Air Force? Because I'm not feeling it right now.
Yeah, because you live in luxury.
Yes, exactly.
To the rest of us.
And there's no lack of anybody who wants to join the Air Force.
No,
it's trying to get people trying to say, hey, I want to give you a gun and fucking 100 pounds of gear and go crawl through fucking mud. That's the difficult task nobody wants.
I want to join the Air Force.
That's why we lock the hotel doors after midnight. And the chow halls aren't open to everybody.
The hell they're not.
K. Roberts, hometown recruiting, that's a completely different thing, because that's just a little 2-week detail that you get after basic training and AIT. That's not what we're talking about. That's Yeah, a little fucking thing you do as a
I'm wondering
private.
if they're going to go back to, because they're creating a 3-star command out of this situation.
Yeah. Well,
So
okay, yeah,
I wonder if they're going back to the contracted recruiters.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll just move on from that. We still got a bunch more here. Next one is formally increasing recruiters' mandates to woo prospective soldiers with college education due to the shrinking proportion of workforce members who have only high school education.
None of this shit fucking makes sense.
I had no idea the Army was that fucked up.
This is the one that got me more than anything else. Because yes, in this modern day of age where people are waking up to how fucked up the government is and how fucked up the military is with everything that they're fucking pushing, these people who don't want to join the military because of the woke shit you're pushing really want to join college.
Yeah.
And after they got their college
Not so
education and they've been brainwashed for 4 years into the Communist Manifesto, now suddenly they want to join the Army and fight?
Well, they don't want to fight. They just want to join it to infiltrate and spread the juju juice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, let's keep going on. Creating an experimentation directorate within the recruiting command that is isolated from current year production pressure.
Oh, God.
I don't get that one.
Come on. Seriously, that's like finding a jury that doesn't know about Trump.
All right, moving on. Integrating effective data analysis to support recruiting policy decisions after the study group found the service has failed to verify whether historical changes were effective.
You got to take notes all along the way for that to happen.
I mean,
I'm not sure exactly what that means.
I think they're saying like in the past, they weren't keeping track of. In PSYOP, we call it measure of effectiveness. We would always measure, like have an expectation. Like if a goal of ours is to do this, then we need a numerical perspective to look at on whether that mission was successful or not, that product was successful or not. And we would always keep track of it for future reference to see what works and what doesn't. I think what this is saying is that they weren't keeping track of the changes. They would change their mission and what they're doing in recruiting and weren't keeping track on what worked and what didn't.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't keeping track if trying to get nobody but lesbians and transgender people to sign up for the military wasn't working.
So
yeah.
So bottom line is recruits didn't know the history changes and they were affected by a change of Fort Bragg to Fort whatever
Liberty.
They changed the name. Yeah. And they didn't come in because of that? Is that
I think this is not talking about just recent. I'm talking about like 50 years ago, 60 years ago, going all the way back.
Just since 2015, I think.
Oh, really?
It's just half this stuff doesn't even make sense because I mean it sounds good, sounds like a good word salad, but
no, yeah, you're right. Now this does sound like
somebody got paid extra for that because that sounds really good. That's another bullet point we can put in there.
This does sound like they're claiming that we just pushed all this lesbian shit and talking about white rage and got rid of all these racist post names and we're just putting our shoulders up because we didn't keep track so we don't know why it didn't work. That's a good point.
Well, if I was in the military and they had lesbians in the barracks with me, I'd be interested in joining.
Yeah, that's absolutely great.
You like getting beat up by girls?
Well, it depends on how strong they are,
right?
Yeah, you say lesbian when really it's someone going, "It is, ma'am."
Have you seen?
You just ruined that whole vision I had in my head.
My penis identifies as a vagina.
Yeah. Have you seen all those best woman ever? Best woman ever. Have you seen all those instances where transgender boys are beating up girls in high school?
Oh fuck yeah. Dude, it's disgusting.
I get really confused because I can't keep track of what that all means.
That was actually one who did it 4 separate times.
No, there's been more than just that one. That was the most recent one.
Yeah. And that wasn't even high school. That was like middle school.
Was it? That kid looked big.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because it's a dude.
Well, I think they're Shellback. You might be thinking about the little boy who put a dress on and anally raped a girl in the bathroom. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about the footage. It's in a hallway, and
she grabs like
they pass by. He turns around and jerks her down to the floor by her backpack and goes to fucking wailing on her.
Like junior high to me. Yeah, that was the one that I was talking about, where it was the 4th incident with that particular dude.
If you read that second to last bullet.
Reassigning recruiting command to report directly to Wormuth and raising its commanding general rank to a 3-star general and extending the command tour length to 4 years. So what's Wormuth? And please break down the rest of that.
Well, basically, you failed. We're taking over. We're the head shed.
What's Wormuth?
What is Wormuth?
Is that a post?
I'm not sure what Wormuth is, but it's basically your higher command coming in and taking over because you can't get the job done. Most embarrassing situation you can be in.
I think Wormuth is a person.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't make any sense to be referring to a person, though. You would think that they would just say the title of the person, not the actual name.
If you go to the paragraph below this, it says Wormuth and George said the Army.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah.
Who's George?
Wormuth and George has Curious George said the Army has failed to keep up with trends.
Wormuth is. He's the guy holding George on his arm with his hand in his back, making George's lips move.
Lord.
Yeah, see, it's goal since 2014.
All right, and the last one is reassigning the Army Enterprise Marketing Office to report to Recruiting Command.
All that's telling me is they're going to be spending a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Because it went from the Pentagon, most recently, now it's in Chicago, and now it's going to Fort Knox.
So here's the thing, and this is what we were talking about, that they're throwing money at a problem that doesn't need to have money thrown at it. They have a problem with money that is being spent for shit that's not working. You can take shit out and then just do what you were doing, and it will be far more effective than throwing more money at it, continuing to do this. This is the same problem with fucking Hollywood. Same fucking problem. The fucking movies are collapsing. The TV shows are failing. They're run out of money. Do you think they're going to stop doing what they're doing? Nope. They just keep on doubling and tripling down on fucking everything.
Well, they're still paying for the stigma of what they did to soldiers during COVID. You know,
Yep.
That too.
Absolutely.
Putting the jab. A lot of people got out.
Yep.
No satisfaction, no apology, no nothing. Then come this St. Patrick's Day, they rescinded it all. So it was all for naught.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could probably put it back into a more simple time frame where encouraging patriotism is all that's necessary. And whatever it takes to do that, whether it's going into high schools or grade schools and encouraging civics training, that kind of stuff. But if there were going to be, if any military branch would be successful, it's starting at the beginning.
I think
I didn't grow up thinking that I wanted to be in the military. It was just something that, because of like my parents were, and the whole kind of transition through history with learning about the whole country. If you're going to be successful, that's where it has to come from.
Well, that theory may be true for us because our civics classes were taught by our football coaches in high school. Today, they're taught by man bun wearing freaks.
Well, yes, you have to fix that problem.
Yeah, well, that's the whole education system.
Yes.
And that's also the problem with our military right now.
That's why all this stupid shit doesn't work because it falls on deaf ears. You're not going to get anybody interested in like changing their lifestyle so they could be in the military. What? I have to get up at a certain time? I have to dress a certain way? What's my Facebook page look like?
Just pull the pin out of the grenade and drop it right now.
I was wondering what the fuck that was. Oh,
I don't think that's going to turn out well.
Yeah,
I've never thrown a hand grenade, but I've seen enough movies to know that it doesn't work out well.
No, that's my
You
whole
didn't
point.
even
Is
throw it in like basic training.
In the Air Force?
Fucking Air Force, man.
Dude, all
The
they
only thing
did.
we threw around in the Air Force was food fight.
Hell, even I got a rifle call in the freaking Navy, dude. Come on.
Oh, I got a rifle, all that stuff, but we never threw hand grenades.
The only thing they threw around was their bell-bottom sashayed hips.
Oh,
Tuong Fu style.
Jealousy does not look good on you.
in white pants, though. That was the best. White pants and bell bottoms. Bend over, sailor.
Oh, God.
Take liquid soap. It takes longer to pick up.
Go down, go down.
Yeah. Just remember, I'm not
Blue Cordell for another $20. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Says they want to be like that E6 females a few years ago, saying if you don't do what she says, doom on you. I think she was an 88 Mike, which is a truck driver. Is that the one who she had a drill sergeant patch on too? Is that the one who's in her car saying that she'll that she's willing to take away people's guns? She's being super anti-gun or something like that. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, 88 Mike, a gun bunny saying that.
Well, isn't 88 Mike the truck driver?
Yeah, but they were gun bunnies out of their doors too.
Oh, yeah.
Convoys.
If that's the same person, I remember. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting, man. It absolutely disgusts the shit out of me that anyone who can raise their hand and say, I'm giving my oath to the Constitution, and that oath goes up into giving my life. Can't remember how that quote exactly goes, but
The fact that her first line leader let her get away with that without getting smoked.
Oh, dude, she probably got an Archon for it.
Well, you know the thing.
Commendation medal.
You know the thing.
You know the thing.
Yeah, you know the thing.
You know the thing. Blue Cord Devil, thank you so much, buddy. Much appreciated, man. Cheers to you, Blue Cord Devil.
I'm definitely now taking a shot of Knob Creek.
You know,
Go ahead and work on that knob.
I have.
You got me
But
thinking about that other chick too, that was talking about martial law and all that stuff. You know, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna be the enemy, and if I want to come into your house, I'm gonna come into your house. You know,
is that Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
No, that's her husband who's letting people into his house.
Yeah, right. With a hammer and underwear.
Don't hit me so hard.
Gizno fucks. Oh yes, Gizno fucks. Yes, love it. There are veterans that served the machine. Then there are patriots that took the oath to heart. Will defend this country and Constitution as originally wrote and despise the government at hand. Absolutely, my friend. You are absolutely true there. I do look at I look at that our oath to the Constitution. That never expires. There's no expiration date on that.
No.
I took my oath to the Constitution and I'm keeping it. He says this is to include a tyrannical government. Absolutely. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I am not calling for any violence. I am not calling for any violence. However, I want people to be ready should violence come. If something comes to your door, then you do what you do. You have the constitutionally protected right given to you by God to protect yourself, your property, and your family and friends. And you absolutely should do it. But please, I beg of you, anyone out there listening to me, do not go on the offense. That's what they want.
To your point, Adam,
yes,
anyone who's been involved in violence knows it's not good, and it never can be. It's like the ugliest thing, and the after fact is just it's you can't describe it. If anybody thinks that's a solution to a problem, it never is.
Yep, 100%. That's why all these
T-shirt. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said there's another T-shirt for you. I'm presenting.
Awesome. Oh yeah. Yep, gotcha. Ooh. I don't know if I want to say that word there. That's a dirty word to these extreme leftists now,
isn't it?
Yeah.
No freedom of speech, huh?
That can get you in trouble, man. That can get you in trouble with some people. I know. Trust me. If we were on only Rumble, I'm only speculating. You have to be really fucking careful with this YouTube shit. You know, they're fucking such bitches, dude. They're not just bitches, but you know damn well it's a fucking operation. YouTube's running run their own psyop operation here. They want to make sure that you only hear what they want you to hear, and then scold and punish anyone who steps out of line. And that would be me.
Because that sounds like psyops.
It sounds like psyops, doesn't it? Pretty funny. I make that comparison a lot. And
So
does sound
tell me, I came up with a funny for Fort Leavenworth. I want to see if it's funny across the posts. Like, so every time we get onto the computer, right, there's always errors. So I figured I would make one that looks like that.
Fort Leavenworth 504 Gateway timeout.
I thought it was funny.
I like it. I think that probably is one of those things only select few will actually end up getting it. But yeah.
Yeah, right.
I like it. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We got for 2 hours, 5 minutes. This has been a good conversation. I enjoy the fuck out of it. This show is a great way to just get shit off our chest, man. You know, dealing with all the fucking bullshit that we go through and all of this, this fucking garbage, man. I like to be able to have conversation with you guys and be able to, just get the shit off our chest and joke and smoke and all the good stuff about it. And right before, at the very last minute, popping in with $5. Thank you very much, Blue Cord. You are such a generous friend to this channel. It says, may God help anyone who forces me back to what I was. Fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
So, Tiff, can I ask a question?
Well, real quick, social to you.
Does the tat go left to right?
No, I thought it was a southern tattoo.
I need to know.
Does it go north to south? And now you got to
the
prove
imagination has driven me crazy.
I thought you were talking about the one on her butt cheeks.
I haven't seen that.
Not that far south, just like mid United States south.
That was left to right. That was east and west, not north south.
Careful now, you're gonna have to go take some of your heart medication.
My rib tat goes right to left, but this goes left to right.
Okay. We'll save it for a later day.
Well, she's already shown off plenty on this channel. Don't worry. Yeah. You can go back and watch prior streams and see plenty of Tiff.
Should have that timestamp like somewhere. Go to episode this, and
she doesn't have a tramp stamp. She has a timestamp.
Is that what a quarter means?
USDA prime choice.
That's what's on the ass.
Oh wait, I haven't played this in a while.
Oh, hot. Want to touch the hiney.
All right, let's go ahead and close this up. Drink up the last of it. Oh man, designated driver, our first sergeant, the man in charge, sitting over here in the corner, my dude. You don't have a channel. You don't got a channel. You ain't got nothing. Just
nope.
Say hi to everybody and bye.
I just got a room. Bye.
You didn't say.
Is it in the basement?
Flamboyantly. But
my mother's, yeah. It's right next to the Air Force Base where all the other ones are living in their mother's basement.
Then it's cheap rent.
Yeah, right.
By the way, the first sergeant here is the one who's going to be helping me out with the T-shirts. I'm still waiting on Raster, if he ever shows up again, to give us a picture of our fucking mascot. A certain way we're trying to get it. But also, Tiff and Devil Made Me Do It there. You guys had a design for a shirt that we're waiting on. If you guys come up with some of those ideas that we were talking about, I can send that over to
Did you not see what Devil sent?
Yeah.
Devil sent it a while ago.
Did you guys send me an updated one? All right. If you did, that is definitely my bad. If that's the case, that is my bad. I will go back and look that up. I do apologize.
I forgot to look it up.
I forgot. I've been biscuit. Green-haired anti-liberal. We call her Gal, Marine Corps veteran. Hoorah!
Rah. Y'all can find me, green-haired anti-liberal, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Instagram. Videos coming out soon, eventually when life calms down a little bit.
Getting it all in there.
Yep. Oh, and later tonight I will be on Beelzebub at 12 Pacific, midnight Pacific.
Is that Beelzebub?
Yes. Yep. The title of the show.
Beelzebub
on
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
On the
Onto the hub so you can check out the pub.
Yep.
Definitely check that out. Everyone, that link and everyone else's is in the video description below, so do check it out. Shellback TJC, Navy veteran. Hoorah!
Yeah, well, y'all be able to see me back here on Saturday night after I get done doing the puppet thing over on Snow Dub Music and Entertainment Channel.
Excellent. Thank you as always, my friend. What? Yes, they play with puppets.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
It actually is a really cool show. I keep on. I've got to have them on sometime. It is pretty
check
fucking
it
nice.
out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, my puppet is a stock puppet. But I don't know.
We don't want to talk about what you doing to the sock. Devil made me do it.
Devil made me do it.
Devil made me do it. Now like 3 on the Twitters. Check out Beelzebub and check out Beelzebub later tonight. Like Tiff said, she's gonna be our first guest. It's gonna be real laid back, kind of a just dudes hanging out at a bar kind of idea. And check out Get Ranked every Sunday. Check out this Sunday we're doing Sylvester Stallone movies, ranking them. And and the show is tonight, but from this point on, it's gonna be on Saturday morning, Friday going in Saturday morning, just so more people can be on. We figured the weekend more people wouldn't have work the next
Gee, thanks.
day.
I'm the first guest, so I get the Thursday. All right. Thursday night.
The midnight show. Awesome. Well, I hope that all works out. Do check out Beelzebub. Again, that is in the link below in the video description. This man here has no description because he has no links, no chatter, no nothing. But we're just happy to have him on here to be drinking and show off his big brown cock.
I salute you all and thank you for allowing me to spend time with you.
I salute you.
And hasta la vista. We'll see you again.
Hasta la vista, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you all. I want to hit up a few of the comments here. I want to say hi to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Shaka Zulu, Cliff Anderson, thank you for being here. Oh, Magnificent Devil, Alec Baldwin's finger, so damn generous tonight. And as always, Kay Roberts, Patrick Bowser, our Aussie now, bring back common sense. Gizno Fox, thank you so much. Always Blue Cord Devil, thank you so much, my friend. The amazing, awesome support of this channel, as always. Thank you guys. You are all amazing. Thank you, everyone out there. Thank you to everyone here on the panel for your service. Except for you, Devil. You're a terrible person. Everyone else, though, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys for being here. Be sure to check out here on Saturday for Skinamax Saturday, where things will definitely get fucking wild and crazy. And also, double tap that like and subscribe and ring that bell. It really does help with everything with the algorithm if you're not already doing that. And always remember, to share this out there with everyone, because you don't gotta be a veteran to enjoy this content. Just don't get butthurt. You even